Hey traders, Shane from GMT Futures and FX. Welcome. I'm going to take you through an update on the performance of Portfolio 2 for week 33. So we'll just have a look at how the portfolio performed overall for this week and just see which ones were the best performing systems, automated systems on our portfolio. Now remember that this update is part of our... So traders, this update is brought to us by our Pro Traders Academy, which we're launching in October 2013. Very excited about that. We've got a couple of traders who have already started our program, early intake. Okay traders, welcome back. We're going to have a look at Portfolio 2 here, which is tracking our systems on our futures markets, and we've got a number of strategies in Portfolio 2. We've got trend, cycle, pullback and momentum. So there is a number of systems that we're trading in this portfolio, also a number of markets. So I've got the Dax, crude, gold, soybeans, euro bonds, euro futures and the yen futures. So plenty of variety here. Now remember that the portfolios are set up so our pro traders and our system traders can access these systems. So the idea is that our pro traders can access one of these systems. Obviously, if you have a big enough trading account, you could potentially be trading all strategies. But ideally, what we want is traders to be able to access a system from the portfolio that we're tracking in real time, so they've got confidence that it's got a good history. So it's just that ability to draw on additional systems once you obviously have a rate of increase on your portfolio. Bring in another system and you've got multiple systems trading in your portfolio. So let's firstly have a look at how the systems are running, and what we want to do is we want to basically have a look at week 33, because this is the week where we're talking about today. Obviously we've had a really good run over the last 6 weeks or 5 weeks. It's been fantastic. We've had good profit made on these strategies, and it's been very consistent. But this week it had to happen. Week 33 we had a losing week, negative 436, so not really a significant loss for the portfolio at all. In fact, some might even say that that's really negligible. So a very, very small drawdown over that 6 weeks period, because we like to track our portfolio over a 6 week period just to see what's running really well, which systems are performing best, and get an idea of what is our top ranked system. Because obviously if we're looking at a strategy over a 6 month period, sometimes it's hard to see how it's performing in the here and now and basically the most recent. So we want to make sure we've got an idea of how systems are performing based on their most recent activity. Now you can see there that our top performing system is the Dax, so CT55. Now all of these systems are still on. They haven't hit their circuit breaker, and what I mean by the circuit breaker is that's the max drawdown. That's the point at which you're going to turn your strategy off. So remembering that every system that you trade, or you potentially will be trading, they eventually go into a drawdown. So you've got to decide at what point do you turn your strategy off, because there may be a point where that system doesn't make a recovery. So obviously our traders are trained on how to manage systems based on when to get in, when to get out, when to turn the strategy on, when to turn the strategy off, because what you're wanting to do is wanting to capture the most amount of profit you can in that period that the system's trading. So for us, you can see there the top 3 strategies at the moment are the Dax, cycle, the trend, T15 and 16, both trend systems, and then we've got gold. So the Dax is definitely taking up our top 3 spots there. A bigger market, but the thing with our DAX strategy is that it typically has a larger drawdown. So if we have a look at our overall performance over the 6 month period, you can see that these DAX strategies generally have a larger drawdown. Although this one here, the pullback, is fantastic, because the max drawdown on the pullback is only $712. So if you're looking for a strategy really to give you a good performance, obviously, and a great average trade net profit, and with a very low drawdown, that would be one to consider as one of your kind of strategies that you could run with a very low drawdown. Because remember, what typically happens is portfolio 1 is where most of our strategies with the low drawdown are. Portfolio 2 is more for our systems that we're using on our second rate of increase or third rate of increase. So systems we would bring in once we've gathered a fair bit of profit in our initial portfolio. So you can see here that there's a number of systems here though in this portfolio, like gold CT51 and the DAX, and also this Euro bond, who could quite easily be tracking in our portfolio one, which is our low drawdown portfolio. So we've got a good bank of strategies there, and you can see the best performing systems. This Euro bond, which has a very low drawdown, has made $2,000 over the last 6 weeks. So that's a great result. If you're trading that on a 10k account, you're basically up 20% over 6 weeks. That's a fantastic return. And even CT51 with a low drawdown, so that was 765. That could be traded on a $10,000 account. That's up 21%. So a really good result for those two strategies, and that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for systems that are consistent, that have got a good average trade net profit. But again, you've got to just make sure that you're managing your drawdown, because obviously if you've got a smaller account, you want to go in with something that has a very low drawdown and that has a good consistent performance and is doing well recently. Because if we look at, say, these two down here, which are the two crude strategies, they're starting to struggle a little bit. They haven't made a lot of money over the last 6 weeks. The T18 has really been a bit flat. So if you're looking for something to start with, then obviously you're wanting to get something that has got low drawdown but is performing exceptionally well. So guys, that's a bit of a wrap up on Portfolio 2. You can see there that, again, there's a number of systems there that you should be keeping an eye on, and that have been performing well. And the Eurobond, while it doesn't trade a lot, like it's only taking a couple of trades a week, it is a really consistent performer. So for those traders who perhaps don't want to be trading very actively in the market, but still want to get that performance up, still want to develop up that good solid track record, then the Eurobond is pretty hard to go past. So traders, if I look at gold and the Eurobond, if I had those two systems trading together, now you've got a drawdown there of $990, so almost $1,000 drawdown on the Eurobond, and you've got 700. So if you obviously, worst case scenario, if those two systems were drawing down at the same time, you're looking at around about $1,700 drawdown. But if you have a look at our portfolio here, if we turn on, say, the Eurobond, which we've got on here, and gold, so the gold is on there, and I've got the Eurobond on, both of those systems together have got an overall profit of 22k, and their drawdown, their max drawdown is 1184, so that's fantastic. So really small drawdown, almost under the $1,000 mark, and we've been able to increase the overall net profit to 22k. So those two combined are working very well together, and that's really what we're looking for when we're looking for systems that we want to trade as a collective. We want to see basically how they go together, and making sure that they're not highly correlated, particularly with their drawdown. So if we add in another one of our low drawdown strategies, so gold, the other one is the DAX. So if we add in the Dax Pullback, let's see how that plays out. So if we go to the Dax Pullback, which is here, and we turn that on, so we switch that to 1, which puts it on. Now this is interesting, because what that's done is we've added the Dax Pullback in. So we've got 3 systems here, all have an overall drawdown of under $1,000. Now, by trading those 3 together as a multi-system approach in Portfolio 2, we've got a max drawdown of 961. So those systems are complementing each other perfectly. So you've got a max drawdown of 961, our net profit increases to 30,000. So really you've got 3 really good systems there, and that's the advantage of doing this analysis before you start looking at what systems you're going to put together. And that shows you that combining the systems together like that with the low drawdown really helps to improve your overall net profit to max drawdown. So that's a great example there. So that's all I wanted to kind of go through today. Thank you for your time. Hey traders, thanks for joining us for that update on Portfolio 2. If you'd like to become a GMT Futures and FX automated system trader, very simply all you need to do is email us at info@gmtfutures.com, or you can give us a call at 617-336-00875, or alternatively visit our website at www.gmtfutures.com. Thanks for your time. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and I'll catch you on the next update. Cheers.